the chance that something might happen.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and...
Hello there. Welcome to the Flesh and Blood podcast. I'm Siobhan. That's Eddie. And that's Dominic. We don't have... That's Brian.
Yes, I'm Dominic. Hi.
Oh, well.
Don't worry, I'm only American. It doesn't matter.
One of the better ones, love. Except for your role-playing. In case those of you wondering why I'm called Siobhan and I appear to have a beard, I'm really ill. And at the moment I can't look after myself, so there we go. So if you want to complain, complain. Okay, this week, that's how we normally start. Well, let's start with Brian, as we'd already found out he's capable of speech this evening. What was this week like, love?
Not so bad. Not so bad. Basically a continuation of last week. I'll just kind of blurred into one long week, even though it was only 4 days long. We had Columbus Day.
So you mean Indigenous People Day?
They haven't changed it officially yet, but yeah, pretty much.
So basically, seeing as both weeks sort of click together, making one longer week, what were the names of the days that suddenly are at the end of the first week? Because it can't be the same.
This? Well, you see, the first one was this.
Yeah.
Effing.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Balls.
Ah, that's useful.
Yeah.
Radox the Purple's here.
Radox.
Hello.
Boy, Redox always confuses me. Is there a purple Redox?
It's Radox the green, but he's in red.
He's in purple on my screen.
He's red on mine.
He's normally... He changed to red for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, this is a mystery. Talking of which, I need to thank all the Twitch viewers. We actually got sent some money. Which we've got to talk about, but it's looking like it'll be split.
Wait, does that make us pro now? Did we go pro?
Can I retire the hat? Because we're pro?
No. It holds you to a higher standard now. You're so screwed.
Oh, no.
So, I just want to thank you
We
all
have
for...
standards?
No.
Are we just implementing these?
No.
Okay.
No, but I thought if I said it to him, it might just worry him slightly. You know, we could have the worried Eddie face that we sometimes get, which is always fun to look at. Freeze frame.
Usually after a role-playing session. So there's that.
Yes,
Well, the Sunday
usually after a
after.
role-playing session where, yes.
Yeah.
And
Where
then
things
Siobhan
happen.
announces a title and it's like, oh no, not that one.
Date is it today?
Sunday.
18th of October.
18th, so the next one's the 25th. Do you know what? Okay, we will do Full Circle on the 1st of September, which gives us an extra week to lead into Halloween, which is good because we need some horror.
You still haven't done that Professor Dave thing.
We're not going to. We've run out of time.
Oh. Okay. Never mind then.
Sorry, Dave. It's my fault. I just haven't been able to.
We do apologize,
busy.
Dave. But they did, caution
Suck.
me.
You would have just destroyed your show anyway. We'd have ripped every one of those
I
things
know,
to
it-
bits.
Except
not happen.
for the Monster Munch, because the Monster Munch
Monster
is a
Munch.
classic, and we would have brought in Amityville, the House on the Hill, to give our top vote, because anything with a Shatner impersonation is worth it, quite frankly.
This is true.
Right. Yeah, so that was your week. Slightly odd. Eddie, how was your week?
This week we got security.
I
cameras
have
put in our
been
house.
mostly eating. Sorry. Go on.
No, we got security cameras put in, so that was good. Just
You
because
work
to
at
protect
home?
property.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, that's.
Told you my brain's not working.
So,
Are they
cheap?
Are they the Wi-Fi ones that you can view on your phone and stuff?
Watching your phone and you can So
Oh yeah, I want to
Neighbours
get some for
are
over
watching.
here for my house.
And
yeah,
have you got
it's great.
somewhere to store what you record?
They're stored in the cloud for 30 days, and
you can
you
move
get
them
a,
out other places
You get a
if you need to.
24-hour feedback. I can go back 24 hours on my phone, but if I need to go further, I contact the company and I can download like within 30 days, and then I can save it to a SIM card and keep it
Yep.
for as long as I need.
Nice.
Considering what you've told us, I think you've done a bang-up job there.
Well, my car got battled with a ball, and we managed to capture that and download it.
Was
and
it a
save
big ball?
on Friday night? Yes.
A big Red Bull.
No, not big Red Bull. It might be red. I don't know. I'm colourblind, but there you go. So
Have you
enough.
caught
So-
any paranormal activities on the camera
Orbs.
that's what. Do you know what? That's the bit. I'm kind of like. So it's the neighbour thing's great. I'm gonna up here. Is this aliens? Paranormal activity.
Right.
Yeah.
yet? Yeah.
But wildlife. We've caught foxes that go up and down our street. It's great. It's
That's fantastic.
so we get these fox. Yeah. So we get the woods over there and there's woods down the road from us. So they obviously walk through. So you can see all the foxes at night time. And yeah, it's great.
Tim Drury has
Yeah,
put
but-
up
yeah, so-
one or two cameras. He's big into photography. He's put up finally put up a couple of cameras outside in his back garden. And there's all the foxes and everything else. It's lovely. It really is. Except his
great,
is stationary, yours is movement. Which means you can dub it.
Well, okay.
We can tell a tale.
Fun.
Sound effects from the balls hit off my car and stuff. It's great.
I've thought about getting, cameras for inside the house too. Just
No,
because
That can
No.
backfire very rapidly.
that could backfire
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah, and
easily.
the
Are
other
you
thing
sure
that
it's
backfires-
wise?
The cameras have got a facility where if I'm away and I see somebody at the door, I can operate the microphone and say, "Excuse me, what are you
Fuck
doing
you,
in my
Pally."
property?" Or "Get off of my land." But we've turned that off because you don't want accidental broadcast of what you're saying getting broadcast outside. So we asked for that facility to get turned off. We're not. Angela in particular is not very good. We could just see that's a disaster waiting to.
Oh, man. Oh, there is so much fun to be had with these things. I had no idea.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, hell. Make our own film.
And not as expensive
Dubbed.
as you would think.
Wait, what? Do tell?
£25 a month for the managed service and £199 for the.
That's
Including
not bad.
including installation, yeah.
Yeah, that's the cameras installed and actually the £25 for the managed service because obviously it's installed for the 30-day period on their
And the
servers.
camera is a one-off
And-
payment?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Talking of payments,
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
have you got your bit of paper ready, Eddie?
Oh, get it ready.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hold on.
There's a test.
No, love. No. There's a rant.
Are they coming back? Is
Oh,
the Symphonia coming
okay.
back?
All right. We're here.
I can't. I'd need to remake it because I used it for work when I started scribbling notes on it. But
And showed
We
the
have
wrong end
Rammstein.
on
I'm going
Zoom.
to just buckle in here.
yeah, I'm thinking
and get all set.
you don't want PSD2 project notes up.
Right.
No, but
Okay, rant
We're
time.
ready.
As I mentioned a couple of times now, I've become really ill. And I need a wheelchair, an electric wheelchair. So I went to a company called Wheel Freedom. I'm going to let you make your mind up about this. I know what my opinions are. But anyway, oh yeah, that sounds fine. We'll send somebody round. We'll have a choice of 3. You can choose which one you think best suits you. Okay, good. Have you got a ramp? No, but I'll be able to, pull it in. Righty-ho. Okay, that's fine. The guy turns up, choice of 3 wheelchairs indeed. Chose my favourite. Ordered a clam cushion, because it's the Mark 1 travel machine. I'm waiting for that to be delivered. Seriously, Hey, there we go. And now we wait for him to get the sack. So, okay, then, and the guy again says, you know, well, you haven't really got the ramp there. But, yeah, you should be all right. Great, thank you. All right. We'll get that sorted out ASAP. A couple of weeks later, they turn up with the wheelchair. Sorry, can't give you the wheelchair. Why not? You haven't got a ramp to your door. Oh, yeah, but we discussed this. You know, I'll be able to... I'll have the strength to be able to put it in, and then I can just sit on the damn thing and get, you know, just recover. No, we can't let you have it. Right. But we can sell you one. Can you indeed? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the measurements and we'll get back to you. So, almost immediately after was a phone call from their office saying, oh no, we're not going to sell you one. But we're going to give you the names of a couple of companies who will provide. Okay, so got the phone numbers. First one just never answered at all. The second one refused to send somebody out to measure up. So I just put the phone down. Got back in touch with them, said this is ridiculous. All right, hang on, we'll sort something out. So this Thursday, they're going to turn up with a wheelchair, because I've been trapped in my flat for weeks now. And they're going to have a ramp. It won't be a perfectly new one, but if it works, they'll leave it there and get me a new one. That will cost £60. This is on top of the £150 deposit. If that one doesn't work, which I suspect somehow it won't do, the other ramp is £200. And I can't have the wheelchair without the ramp. Do you suspect a certain exploitation going on here?
Just a tad.
I'll say it again, wheel freedom. In my
If I was over there, I'd come over and build you a damn ramp. It might look like something Duke's a hazard, but it'll work.
Yeah, trouble is I don't have the Dodge Chargers to wreck.
Is there a north-south divide here, Siobhan? Because like, my mother-in-law stays with us, and she stays upstairs, and she's got a room that's got an ensuite.
Remember you
so
saying,
take care of that for us. Our council installed a stair lift. We've got a stair lift.
We've got occupational...
We didn't pay a penny for that.
No. We've got occupational therapy department. However, it's had to go from Chichester Social Services, because that was the number my doctor gave me, to Crawley Social Services, who then have to forward it to occupational therapy. They then need to come round and measure up, and then send the work order to my landlords, who, even though social services have screamed it's urgent, will probably take a month. I'm really angry about this. If they say the £60 ramp works, I'll pay the 60 quid and fuck it, that's over, it's done with. Just give me my wheelchair. Though I'm a bit concerned, they haven't said what happens if you break down in it. Electric wheelchair. Person who can't walk. Wheelchair doesn't work. Can you see a slight problem there? However, if they decide to go for the £200 one, I'm completely cancelling my order, giving them a week to send my money back, and contacting Trading Standards.
Do you guys have like a Home Depot or Lowe's over there?
I've got no one to do anything like that for me, mate.
No, I mean they're home improvement centers.
Yeah,
their home and purpose.
I know, love, but I've got nobody to do anything like that. There's just me, remember. There is just me.
No.
Stella that comes around on Sundays, and that's it.
I'm just trying to work around the issue because honestly, it should only take like some plywood and wedges.
Any chippy worth his salt should be able to do it.
We're talking one step, aren't we? It's one step.
Get a ramp to get into the front door.
Yep.
It's like one step. Isn't
I looked
it,
on Amazon and the prices are bloody ridiculous. Plus, it's a case of I don't know what the measurements are. So
that's not hard. We're on the internet. We know gamers, and you're over in England. You have war gamers around you. They have rulers and tape measures.
Yeah, they don't live here.
We can.
You've got to remember that since I got ill, no bastard, apart from a couple of people, has bothered getting in touch with me to say how I am.
We'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Facebook friends. Thank you so much. You know how to hurt someone. Anyway, I'm sorry to be a bit of a downer. I had a roast dinner for the first time in nearly 2 years tonight. I discovered on Just Eat you can order Toby Carvery.
Really? So you could get out your...
Fuck off, Super 92.
I'll need to look into that.
There you go. Radox coming to the rescue.
Yeah, trouble is, again, don't know sizes or... Give the sub timeout ban. I want to ban. I've got to set you guys up with moderator status. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's the trouble, Radox.
Famous, and I do want to buy followers. So why would...
We don't do this for fame. This is our penance. Yeah, the trouble is we don't know the measurements, and it's a case of actually being able to secure it. And I've got doors on either side, so it's a three-way door thing. Front door here, and cupboards either side. Got to make sure the ramp still allows the doors to open. Good news, though. Guinness Trust, my landlord's finally got into my flat. Yes, I don't know what the measurements are outside my flat. I've got absolutely no way of telling. I mean, I am grateful.
So when did they come in, Siobhan? When did they come in
Thursday.
with the potential Thursday? Well, fingers crossed. You drew a bit of luck. Surely to God that this sixth.
We had luck, like I say. Thank you
cross
so much.
all my fingers for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm very talented. I've crossed my bare feet. Seriously, I'm really good. I'm quite ambidextrous.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, you do that with the dancing with the swords, don't you?
Well, that's how I lost a couple of my toes, which is why I can cross them.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is also how he met his wife.
It'll be.
I'm sorry, his wife.
Ah.
We have to air quote it.
Airfield Angela, your plastic pal who's fun to be with.
Yeah, please.
She's not real!
It depends on it. Okay.
Define real. She's real to him.
Exactly.
But he's Scottish. It's a completely different set of rules.
Yes. We have our own parliament. We have our own rules. We have our own definition of human.
Do you have your own TV?
See you, teddy bear. Come here.
BBC Scotland STV.
Yes, very true. Take the high road. Dee 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 dee. No. With rings on their fingers and bells on their toes.
Go back to Take the High Road.
Dee 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 dee.
Yeah. Take the High Road is a very bad Scottish soap, but now we've got River City on BBC Scotland, which is...
What madness is this?
Oh, your cats. Watch your cats. Your cats are back.
Mister, I'm going to try and walk all over your food because I want it. He has become a little terror. And he's getting snapped at by the dog. Because it's normally the dog's place to get the food. He's getting quite bold, actually. defleeing them this week. That's always fun.
Oh,
So
that's fun.
I'll be regrowing my arms next Sunday. Come on.
It's okay. You don't need flesh on your arms. It's fine. Don't worry. Terminator
It's
did
overrated.
fine.
That's very true, Brian. Thank you. Great advice. Plus,
No problem.
if I know the dog, she'll eat that as well.
There you go. Clean up right there.
Clean up an aisle, Siobhan. Right. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, news stuff. We forgot to mention the Daleks animated thing last week.
Yes.
Yes.
And there was...
There's
There
other
was a
news which we
kind of
will get
preview?
to. Yeah, there's a sort of trailer. It's 5... Hang on a second. It's 5 10-minute shorts, animated shorts on YouTube. So it's absolutely free.
Nice.
Though YouTube have gone nuts with the adverts. And the animation, people have complained a little about the animation. I'm saying, screw you. 57 years on, we've finally got a Dalek series, and it looks like it's come straight out of TV21, the Dalek comic strip from the 60s. Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's got the Mechanoids back in it, which means the argument has started again. Mechanoids spelt with an A or an O. Fandom will schism. I'm just saying. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Isn't it?
It's 2020. Yeah, there's going to be riots in the streets.
However,
One side's going to have A's. One side's going to... Oh, my God. We're in the Tomorrow People.
It's the
That's
blues and
next
the greens,
week.
isn't it?
Blue and the green.
That's
A
next
and O.
week.
This is what we're getting to.
it's next week. We're doing the blue and the green.
I really enjoyed
We'll
this.
come to that. We
I
haven't
really
finished
enjoyed
yet.
it.
News.
It was joyous.
I was absolutely over the fucking moon this week. Big Finish have cast John Carley as the War Doctor.
Yeah.
One of us finally made it to Big Finish as a doctor.
Do you know this fella?
A little, yeah, I do. You've obviously known he's superb. I've done stuff with him. His War Doctor it's like
Amazing.
Elliot's 10th Doctor, Pete's 9th Doctor. You can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
You need a particularly strong and sharp ear to be able to go, hang on, is that? You can't. There is a trailer. Well, it's not so much a trailer as the first scene, and it takes over straight from Night of the Doctor. And all right, John doesn't get a huge deal to do. Also, he's doing his thing again. It's a bit early in the show, don't you think?
It's an earthquake in Scotland. They have their own
Yes.
landmass and everything.
Geographical faults.
Yes.
For viewers in Scotland, and I've
Plates.
completely screwed
Plates.
that sentence up. Jonathan, love, I take my hat off to you. I was so happy, and then I got pissed off. Why are you getting pissed off again, Siobhan? Because people keep calling it an impersonation. It's like we just come along. I don't have it. Put on a fez. It's like, ha ha ha, just like that. It's not like that at all. You have to study the actor, first of all, and as much as you can. And I don't just mean Doctor Who, I mean all sorts of other things. Then you need to work out his character. In my case, I chatted to people he'd worked with and tried to find out more about how he'd approach things. Then you get the script for whatever it is you're doing. And you start going through it, line by line, scene by scene, to try and work out how, in my case, Bill Hartnell would have played that scene. What mood might he have been in? 9 times out of 10, when we do these fan things, we have to record solo, which is... It does lead to a disconnect with reactions between characters, unfortunately, because we're having to guess what the other characters are doing. But it's only right at the end that you even think about putting on a voice. It's a full-on acting job. And there's all these people whinging, oh, it's an impersonator. And it's a case of you are selling him so damn short. That man's a fucking genius. And I just wish all the very best for him and for this range. You know, it's just going to be wonderful. It really is. And Jonathan is such a lovely guy. He deserves it. He's worked so goddamn hard. You know? Mind you, it's going to be bloody and difficult to get into fan projects now. Right.
But that clip's amazing. And he gets interviewed in this week's
Big
Finish podcast. So please have a listen, because it's grand.
It also, again, it goes into some of the hard work that's gone into it before they even started recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Shall we see if this thing's going to work? Ooh, we've got a chance. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, something. Eddie, did you drop something?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, thought so. Okay, we're going to have to take a lolly off the list for you for that. Making unfortunate noises.
Aww.
Brackets.
I do that every time on my mouth.
Description here. No, love, that's your accent. It's okay.
Okay.
Right, hang on. Oh, yeah. A Doctor Who is at work in his lab with an incredibly battered original TARDIS console. And the Brigadier appears on the electric television. They're doing... It's a recovery of a mission to Mars. It's a shame I can't do this joke without having to bring that damn thing up. Oh, I was going to basically cut a cliffhanger in and add... I know I did it on the audio version of the show.
So is this the Doctor saving Matt Damon again?
Yes.
Because
we've
wasted millions trying to save him.
Yeah, no. It's the Ambassadors of Death. You watched it on BritBox. Does it have the colour first episode?
Yes.
Yes.
That was hand-coloured by one person. Stuart Humphreys, Babel colour.
Never would have known.
The rest of the series they put through their electric colouring device thing. Steve Roberts will be so happy to hear me call it that. And everything seems to be going wrong. And by everything, I mean everything. It's not just having trouble getting the capsule back. The computer's not working properly. And things are taking just that bit longer than they should do. I'll say it straight out now. All right, it's 7 episodes. But it fills those 7 episodes. And quite frankly, this is Pertwee. This is Pertwee-side. This is him striding through scientific establishments with great pipes here and there and everywhere. Excuse me. I love the Ambassadors of Death. It's another comfort watch, even though it's a bit long. Which one of you hadn't seen it first before?
Oh, I've seen this.
I've never seen it before.
Oh, in that case, Brian, would you like to go first?
Oh, sure. I liked it. I especially liked the computer takes up an entire room.
Remember, they've inherited all this from International Electromatics.
Yeah, I'm IT. I'm like, wait, you have to schedule time on your computer? Oh my god, how old
the size of a steering wheel?
Right? With the metal, with the reels. Oh my God. I'm looking at a dinosaur. Ask it what 2 + 5 is, or 2 + 2 is. I'm not sure what that it could calculate it if it wasn't sabotaged.
Remember, this is the British space program. Nothing would have worked anyway. I mean, it's...
Hey, you guys got to Mars. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
We did get to Mars, and we went back there. We've got to Mars once, twice.
You got to Mars in the 1800s.
Yeah, I'm counting that 3 times because you've got recovery. You've got Mars Probe 6 with Carrington was on it. Then you got Mars Probe 7, that was he sabotaged. Recovery 7 didn't actually get to Mars. And then a little later on in the book, The Dying Days, they go back to Mars. British Experimental Rocket Group takes them back to Mars. I thought... I want to call him Ronald Hunter because he's David Hunter from Crossroads.
Oh, it was great. I totally forgot he was in it. That was brilliant.
And he plays it so straight. So brilliantly straight. There's this great line at the start. Who are you? Oh, the doctor was one of my associates. I see. Brigadier, would you kindly get one of your associates out of here? It's a great story, an absolutely great story. Strong story.
I love how Liz was about ready to deck that one guy.
Lennox,
one of the bad guys.
The man behind Silcock Bakeries. Regan. Yeah, his name is Regan, that's right.
Yeah. Liz was like, don't worry, I won't hurt you. To the captor. So it's like, she's going to hurt him bad.
As has been pointed out on the @the_third_, that's with 3RD, _Doctor Twitter feed. Professor Shaw has a very sharp and well-aimed elbow. Yeah, I've not got a bad thing to say about this. And if you look at the story from the previous season, that's Michael E. Ferguson, I think it was Michael Ferguson, directed, which was Seat of Death. You can see where he's going with it.
Mm-hmm.
But 1 year later, with the colour, and just that one episode more, believe it or not, it suddenly becomes almost filmic. It's...
My big hang-up, my burning question from this entire series, what were the 3 astronauts watching on the spaceship?
Football.
What game? What match? I want to know. Because they were into it. They were They were like yelling at the screen. There was no screen. There was no game. What were they watching?
They thought they were watching a football match. They were hypnotized. However, that sort of gives you the very slightest hint of what football fans are like.
It's the world over. If you put football in front of a sport, they get that way.
Yeah, except yours is rugby for
ours
for
is
pussies.
More violent.
No,
ours is more violent.
You need to learn what rugby is.
I will share a link with you later. Ours is violent.
Yeah, but you got all the protective padding because you're wusses. I, however, will say this. Nothing tops Australian rules football for violence.
Oh my God. That even makes us blanch.
Yeah, it's... Oh, dear me. Anyway, Eddie. Love. Ambassador Scissors of Death.
Right, so when would this have been first broadcast? 1973?
No, 1970.
Right, so 70. So I wasn't born yet, but I remember watching it as a child. So a lot of Doctor Who was repeated, wasn't it? And
I don't know if Ambassadors was.
Because the aliens, I kind of vague memories of watching that. And it terrified me, and it's still bloody scary to this day. I wonder, see the whole thing around the aliens with no faces? That's obviously been revisited in New Who as part of the library story.
Oh no, that was Scooby-Doo they revisited.
Oh, right.
You know, I'm sorry, that was a Scooby-Doo monster. You know, you got to have the Mystery Machine gang, Mystery Inc. You got to let them
Silence
have their
in the Library. The whole thing with the outfits and the kind of skeletal faces, it kind of was reminiscent of that. But this could have easily have been
Hello, Chestnut.
a Quatermass story. This is very scary stuff for a young television audience.
Yep, I mean, Series 7 has this reputation of being, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. Air quotes, gritty. Oh, I feel sullied. I really do.
Do you feel dirty? Do you feel unclean?
Yeah, a little bit has just made a point here. No faces in the episode with the scary TV lady. Hello, but it's good to see you. You're quite right, and also they included the gripping hand from Quatermass, but that was a deliberate thing by Mark Gatiss.
It's just, but it's really good scare. This is the stuff kids like a scare, and this is a good scare, but it's a very adult feel story. The other thing that kind of scared me was, and I wasn't prepared for this, and I wish somebody had, was that the whole thing during this season, because I'm settling down at night time and watching Doctor Who, and the theme tune starts, and then you get the cliffhanger, and then bang, this introduction comes in at full blast. This tune starts again. That got me about 2 or 3 times. It's bloody. I thought it was going to have a heart.
During Series 7, the titles and music were a bit all over the place. They tried a few things. Speared from Space. You had Spearhead from Space zooming up. But the music and the titles were what they would eventually settle down to be. Doctor and the Silurians, new titles but with the old Troughton music. Ambassadors of Death. Let's see and try something different, shall we? And then Inferno, it cuts off very soon to have lots of volcanic explosions with the title of the episode and whatever blurring out of the lava. So
what a season. I mean, look at every story that you've just mentioned there, right? That's just quintessential classic Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It couldn't have lasted, I don't think. I don't think the programme would have been such a success if it had carried on that way. Partly because it was too adult. When Letts and Dix got their hands on it properly for Series 8, they juniored it down slightly. We had Katie come in. The Brig and these men were just that bit more cosy, and it was a little team. And as a result, they were a bloody huge hit. I think Series 7 is a one-off. It needs to be a one-off just to show us what it could be like, but it couldn't have been sustainable as an ongoing thing.
Nobody loves Kate. Well, I've got to say nobody loves Katie Manning more than me, but that's a lie. Siobhan wins that one hands down. But Liz Shaw was a great character.
Oh, wasn't she just?
Strong woman. She was a doctor's equal. She was in there. She's scientist. She's commanding. She's manipulating the whole situation as well. Just I could have done a little bit more. Liz Shaw's a fantastic character.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Completely agree.
She has that look in her eyes too when she's looking at some guy trying to
there's a mocking, there's just this mocking look in her eye for lot of things when people, not just mansplaining, she's cleverer than them and it's on her face.
And she's looking at them like, you're an effing idiot.
All right, okay. Are we going to give it a, you're doing it, mate?
Without hesitation.
That's become the new thing.
Here, wait. I'm going to add the M3 to it. Sorry. Add to.
M3?
That was the experimental rocket fuel.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, wow. That was funny and topical. Goodness me. If in chat you actually got that joke, stay silent.
Yeah.
All I was going to say is it's so good and it should be so celebrated. Had the village people been playing, I would be up on my feet doing an absolutely embarrassing, stupid dance. That's how good it was.
Wow. I honestly don't think there would be anybody in the world now who would do that.
No. Surely not.
Radox has said an interesting point. I think they had to lighten it up to distinguish it from Doomwatch, and I'll agree. The one thing I would have loved to have seen would have been a Doomwatch Doctor Who crossover, simply to have John Paul and Pertwee acting in the same scene together, because they sound so alike, and there's a certain resemblance. That would have been great fun. And you, can you? Oh, what was his name? Rudge. Can you imagine John Rudge around Joe Grant? It was. Oh, that would have been terrible. Oh. Benton would have probably got on with a computer programmer whose name escapes me.
Oh, and this episode had Benton.
Yes.
Was this Benton's first appearance?
No, and because you asked that, you get that.
But he wasn't in the first episode. He wasn't in the first 2 episodes, I think, of this arc, was he?
I don't know. I can't hear you. There's a thunderstorm at the moment.
He wasn't in the first two episodes of the arc.
Good boy. There are no arcs. There are stories.
Serial. The story.
All right.
He wasn't in the first 2 episodes.
And he was in.
Then I saw him come in, and I'm like, "Oh, everything's fine. Benton's here."
He was in the invasion as a corporal. Then they decided to kill off unit men left, right, and centre in the first 2 stories, and eventually they cast They got John Levine back. However, if you watch that story very carefully, I'm pretty sure John Levine is the murderer. Well, Benton, rather.
See,
ironically, leaving a radioactive isotope.
I never said is it Benton's first appearance. I said is it Sergeant Benton's first appearance.
Oh.
You're trying to split hairs with me, boy.
No, not at all.
Good boy. Good boy.
I'm going to say something a little controversial.
From
I
American,
would not
that
mind.
Could be anything.
These days, it's.
These days, it's not controversial. It's just, look at that.
It's normal.
Tuesday.
Yeah. But I would love to see the Doctor actually working with UNIT again.
It's not necessarily
get some
controversial.
Earth-based sci-fi stuff. No, get some Earth-based sci-fi stuff, you know? Have her have to rebuild the TARDIS again. And just, oh, crap, I'm stuck on this planet. Let's see what we can do.
For that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the next console, you'll see it in Claws of Axos. And it's fucking beautiful. It's the best console they ever had. And a couple of years later, they got the 3 Doctors set, and I could happily live there. Quite happily. That's my comfort. TARDIS. The 3 Doctors. I think everyone has their comfort TARDIS, the one that it just seems right for them. Because remember,
my favorite is the auxiliary.
Do you mean the secondary?
Baker's and auxiliary.
Yeah. The secondary control room.
Okay, we're going to have to teach you terminology. That's the secondary. All right, it's not auxiliary. There is a tertiary, but we won't talk about that at the moment. So don't worry, it's a language thing. You will learn. So in case you think my attitude's toughened a little bit this week, I've been watching Taskmaster. With Greg Davis.
I hadn't noticed any difference.
Yeah, we really haven't noticed.
Well, he stole my act. That's all I'm saying. He stole my act, git. I was going to say have a few words with him, but unfortunately he is very tall.
Yes.
Do you know, watching you is like watching Tommy Cooper do his hat sketch. Have you ever seen Tommy Cooper's hat sketch? where he tells a story wearing all the different hats of the characters.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes. I could do that as long as it's
Please don't. We don't have the insurance. So yeah, that's a big. You're getting it, mate. We love the Ambassadors of Death. Do you know what you're doing next week? The day after Halloween, we're going to be doing Full Circle. But that leaves us with what essentially be our Halloween show. So I thought, let's get some horror in. Let's bring in the Candyman. So that's the Happiness Patrol. I look forward to your views on this, and I'm not taking the piss. I genuinely do look forward to your views on this.
On the Happiness Patrol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's more to it than meets the eye. So that's
Hey,
next.
that's my shtick.
Is it?
That more than meets the eye.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. No.
Yeah, you did a Transformers reference.
You've got to understand, I was too old for Transformers.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
They're children's toys, Brian.
Not at these prices. Not at these prices.
They're mugs toys, Brian. I'm just saying.
Can't
Yeah,
move
they saw
stuff
you
at all.
coming. Oh, bless him.
Oh yeah.
Right, okay, I need to think. Oh, yeah, tomorrow, people. Bobble, fobble, bobble, 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 bobble. All sorts of terrible things are happening. For example, in America, they've renamed tornadoes to cyclones. And
it's on fire. And oh wait, no, that's the news headlines.
And yeah, that's reality, unfortunately.
Yeah. Clearly, we're being attacked by Spydron. I'm just saying.
How do you know this?
Have you seen what's going on in the world today?
Oh, you mean today we're being attacked by the Spydron?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Sorry, you were a bit ahead of because we hadn't mentioned the Spydron yet. You see, you were a little bit ahead there, and I was okay. Ginger and Lefty, the Tomorrow People's cool biker friends, have gone down to Clacton-on-Sea, where they spend an entire episode shooting at things on the fair, and Ginge thinks he's pulled, except it goes a little bit pear-shaped, because she's a bad guy.
You know how she's a bad guy? She smokes.
God damn it, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was a man wearing a lovely orange jumper who, if I wouldn't be at all mistaken, used to run International Electromatics and will eventually become Guardian of the Solar System. It's Kevin Stoney, everyone, who gives a completely different performance because he's not playing a villain, which is nice to see. The Tomorrow People track this down, and it's toing and froing and whatever, but I will say this. The Spydron, this is the last of the first series of the Tomorrow People. The Spydron is easily the best villain they have. The design, on the other hand...
I was wondering when you were going to get to this.
I mean, they even mention it in the script.
Ginge calls it out.
Ginge called him out on it.
Basically, the bad guy is KKK. All right, positives there. He's wearing a mask, and he's socially distancing. But that's it. That's all you get from this. I honestly don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. I really don't. I mean, I was watching it, and the same thing has been...
70s. I'm thinking somebody had a lot of drugs.
What gets me about the first series of Tomorrow People is Kenny never has anything to do. And it's even pointed out again in this, I'm always stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody
So
to look
the
after
black
be left.
person who's in it to make the quota up is left behind whilst they go and fight the KKK. I'm sure it wasn't deliberate, but I've got to admit, did nobody stop and think? It's a great story.
Yeah.
Rocks along brilliantly, and the Spydron is a great villain.
He's actually partners with someone.
Indeedy diddly. Spydron, I don't think the Spydron comes back. Which is a shame. I mean, you know, second appearance, let's change the costume.
Or even in that episode, if the mask was taken off and you see some sort of grotesque attempt at a face. But no.
No. So, gentlemen, who wants to go? Well, Brian, you go first. No, Eddie, go first.
You go first. I went first last time.
I really enjoyed this. Tomorrow People, brilliant. My view on...
Hang on.
Who are the two main...
Whoa. Tell him to stop bloody editing and watch this show. All right? I'm not having that. Concentrating on his own show when we're busy giving our best. Carry on, please, Eddie.
Who's the oldest Tomorrow person?
That would be John. He's 17.
John.
Yeah, John. Yeah, let's call him General John. So, with the exception of poor guy never gets to go anywhere, he sends Carol into the Antarctic. He sends the other Stephen into an active volcano, and he's there being in charge and directing traffic.
It doesn't get better.
He's the smartest.
It doesn't get better.
He survives.
Yeah, pretty much. So, because he puts everybody else in danger. So, don't like him. Carol, yeah, okay, bit whiny, and I can't wait till Elizabeth comes in. Is it Elizabeth, isn't it, that comes in the next season?
Next episode.
Elizabeth Mbongo, played by Elizabeth Adair, who I'm going to admit must have been a role model for so many kids.
She was brilliant.
Well, again...
She was in it for a while, too.
She was in it on and off right through to the end.
Yeah.
Right, hang on a second. I'm just getting the big finish for next week. We're not doing a big finish today because I forgot. Time Lord Victorious? Or Shadow of the Daleks? What do you want?
Yeah.
Time Lord Victorious. Let's go with it.
Okay.
Let's be topical.
Ooh, careful now. So we'll be looking at that next week. We'll also be looking at The Blue and the Green, which is the first of the second series of the Tomorrow People. And it is, whilst it's overlong, to be fair, it is, and there's some comedy police chasers, it is classed as one of the best Tomorrow People stories. Eddie, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but...
Oh, I have.
You have? Oh, that's good. I shall have to get my green badge out.
It's one of the few that are on YouTube.
What did you think of Joy?
Joy is a good
Space Slapper.
No, misunderstood. What was the word you used for Joy?
Space Slapper.
Naughty.
Joy's naughty. Yes. But you can forgive her.
Can you though? Can you?
Yeah, she actually talks about trying to get the Spyrodon to go to another planet.
Spyrodon is a place with invisible creatures, love.
Sorry. Spiridion, Spyrodon, Spiridon.
Take your time here and chat. If you want to get some tea.
Sterident.
We could be a while.
We could, yes. Yeah, the bad guy that dresses up like a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, the Spydron.
The Spydron.
Yeah,
the one.
I remember him.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you very much.
So three Joy, hot pants. Can I say any more? I mean, just a great character.
I don't think you need to say any more with that. I mean, that explains everything.
The pair of you have gone down the prevert route.
No, I'm only human. I am only human.
Please don't insult yourself.
I have a few objections. So Ginge keeps getting referred to as Ginge because he's ginger. He's not. My son's ginger.
No, that's not because he's ginger. If you watch the programme, they gave his full name, which I think the first is Ginger and then the second, I don't know. There's some surname after it.
I like his brother better.
It's not his brother. That's just Lefty.
No, his other brother.
No, his brother comes in it later.
Ah, Chris. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, you're leaping forward again.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
It. Just stop it.
Wait a minute.
Wait me.
Okay, I'm back in time. Hyperspace.
Okay, right.
And I object to being called a sap. I can't jaunt. I don't have telekinesis and I can't read minds, but I object to the term sap, and that must stop. When they brought the Tomorrow People back, I'm glad they get rid of that sap term. They didn't use that when they brought it to CW.
It just reminds me of the poll, which basically had a load of right wingers in America asked, if your son was Homo sapien, what would you do? I'd fucking kick him out. Blah, 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 blah.
Please don't remind me how stupid my country is.
Oh, my love, you don't have to worry. You're not on your own.
I don't have to be reminded of that.
You've just got COVID. All right, yes, you've got the virus as well, and you've got the remains of Trump. Hopefully. You don't have Brexit on top of it. They've shown their true colours, which have been obvious from the start. They're basically deliberately heading for a no deal to wreck the economy. They'll buy up all the broken companies. They'll buy up all the empty houses. When the economy recovers, they're going to make a fucking fortune and then not pay a penny in tax. And the cronyism that's going on over here with the track and trace system and everything else like that.
We can't even get into Canada until at least.
Yeah, but they are very sorry about that.
They are sorry, and I keep asking them, "Let me out."
That would involve letting you
Kamen
in.
Rider. Radox has it.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Eek. Bath mat. Sorry.
No. The other thing I got out of it as well was we get the first appearance of Mr. Smithers, or was that Mr. Smithers' father or cousin or brother? And he gets killed off. So poor Mr. Smithers. But
Yes. No. Yes, no, you're quite right. The carny, basically.
The carny.
Yeah. Because a carny is always dodgy. You know that. It's the law, apparently.
Well, it was in the 1970s.
I call shenanigans. What are you looking at?
It's a great wee story, and I really enjoyed it. And again, it's obviously D.W. Griffiths wants his outfit back, but apart from that, it's a good wee story.
No, it is. It is again, very disappointed they just didn't give Kenny anything to do, and that's the last we see of him as well.
He goes away. Oh, the old fella that was the
Steve.
Federation's kind of police. Oh, he was cool.
That's Tobias Vaughan. That's Kevin Stoney. Marvick Chen. Put the hat on.
No, if I do that, I'm going to pull my thing.
Right, okay, I'll do it. It's all right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Try and put it on.
I've done it. I've done it. You don't need to worry. I'm not going to destroy your house just because you're unworthy.
Explain that reference to me, because
okay, Kevin Stoney, who kept dying according to DWB, he played Marvick Chen in the Daleks Master Plan, and was voted Daily Express readers' best villain of the year. Unfortunately, he played it with Yellowface.
Oh, okay.
1965, 66, very much of its time.
Well, I enjoyed him in this because he was cool.
And
he
then
represented us old, mature gentlemen in the Tomorrow People. I was up for that.
And then, which is really good, he was Tobias Vaughan in The Invasion, where he came up with about 150 ways of saying the word Packer. We will do The Invasion, and we will do it soon because it's a joy. It really is. All right, 2 episodes are animated. Sorry that can't be helped. But they do a good job. And quite frankly, Kevin Stoney just bloody steals it. And like I say, In this one, he's playing a good guy, so he's very different. And it's lovely to be able to see that side to him. You know? So, I don't know what calzones are. Hang on, calzone. Wasn't that the area in Judge Dredd, sort of north of England?
Take a pizza.
No, it was the Cal Rehab Zone, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take a pizza, fill half of it with stuffing, mozzarella, ricotta, and whatever else you want. Fold it over, bake it. That's a calzone.
This is why Americans are fat.
Yes. And it's delicious.
I am not in a position to criticize.
It is delicious.
It does actually sound it, if I'm honest. Okay, so that's the tomorrow, people. Wow. 2 things we've seen this week we've all absolutely loved. Let's make it 3 for 3, because we're looking at life on Mars now. Brian, you look a little abashed.
Me? Abashed? How?
Well, what the?
You know, I love life on Mars. It is fantastic.
Very
These are
good.
not the droids you're looking
Very
for.
good.
These are not the droids
You
you're looking
needed
for.
to have done an out-of-time point to camera. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's very
Okay.
good. You could basically now advertise
treatments
companies
are
on
working.
local television.
Yeah, the shock treatments are working. I'm starting to.
So I've got a slight problem, like I had last week. It's just I leapt ahead. I did what I said I wasn't going to do. And I binged up to the second series of Series 2 of Life on Mars. I've got absolutely no idea what happens in it. I can't remember. I know it's got to do with an old safe cracker. Someone else is going to have to... Eddie, fill us in on the plot, please.
I'll go for it. The reason you probably struggle as well, because there's a lot in this episode. So it starts off that Tyler, Ray and Chris have got a simple task. They have to go to prison and they have to pick up a safecracker who has a great name, Sticky Dicky, and bring him back. Yeah, brilliant. So they've got a task of bringing him back into the office for further questioning. En route, they're attacked by gangsters in a van. Sticky Dicky's taken away, and they have to go back and embarrassingly explain what happened to Jean. Then as the story gets a bit more complicated because it splits into 2. So we have a story around mentors and how mentors can sometimes be a disappointment. We get introduced to Sam's mentor from the future, who is one of the first in the 70s black DCIs.
Ah, that was this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yes. I loved the fact that they really did the juxtaposition and why he felt the need to act as he acted back then.
Yep. It's that comedian, and I can never... Charlie Williams? Do you know,
Yeah, very softly
Charlie
spoken,
Williams?
presented a golden shot.
Yeah.
And it's a case of,
And-
I'm going to stand here and take the piss out of myself, so you can't.
Yes. And Sam's mentor basically does the same thing. It's again, he gets all the racist jokes in and out first to kind of endear himself, but it still feels a bit uncomfortable. And Sam Sam's mentor is mentored by Sam, and you can see that throughout the episode.
Yes.
He tries to. Then we have Jean's mentor, who's the chief inspector around
Jesus
this.
Harry
Christ, I
Wolf.
have forgotten so much about this episode.
Yeah, and Jean's mentor is actually dying of cancer, reaching retirement age, and he's totally disillusioned. He sees the people that he arrested, including the main villain in this, I think called Mason, who has been
He's
making
Nemesis.
money, and he's got villains in Spain. So he goes corrupt. So he's involved in all this, and he's trying to make money out of this. And Sam suspects he's trying to get Jean to come along with him, and then you find out that Jean kind of sort of suspects this all along. But so there's this whole thing, the relationship in terms of with mentors and how disappointing that can be. But it's a cracker one. I mean, this is one of my favourite.
What you were saying about Gene, again, it shows the sharper side of him. For example, putting Sam in charge of the investigation for the guy who got killed in the cells because he knew he could only trust Sam to do it properly. And in this case, he's not as he's not as green as his cabbage looking.
Because by the time we get to the end, you kind of see that Gene's kind of suspected this, and there's a bit of entrapment in terms of he catches his mentor, but rather his mentor's by the end of this, it was like Tyler says to him, so he's going to be penniless through this, and he's going to be ruined. And Gene says, no, we look after our own. So there's that kind of there's like I said. Hard to remember everything in this exercise because they chuck everything in the kitchen sink, can't you? It's too much. It's too much, but it's
there's a lot going
and they get it all
on.
So cracking episode.
All right, I'm glad you said that.
So since I'm doing your role, what did you think, Siobhan?
We've got the Camberwick Green episode coming up soon. I'm actually going to arrange it, or ask you guys if you wouldn't mind, or at least Brian, if he'll just let me watch the opening to that episode.
Sure.
You can stop as soon as you see the opening. But,
well, no, it's the whole. I usually do this at work, so.
Oh, in that case, don't worry about it, love.
On lunch, so it's,
Come on then, Brian.
Did you enjoy this one, Brian?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't.
That's quite good for him.
We've turned the corner.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. I did like the stuff with the mentors.
What, when they put them in the bottle of Coke and it just goes...
Gene's mentor falling from grace and Sam's mentor not immediately being what he expected him to be, and then giving him pointers. Sam giving pointers to his mentor to turn his mentor into the person he remembers him being.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hooray!
I also like the fact that Gene shot his mentor. That was really well done. He's like, "You won't shoot me," and then Sam's mentor comes up with a gun. I will. There's a standoff, and Gene's like, "Screw it!" Bang!
Shoots him in the foot,
right in the leg.
Standoff was great.
It was fantastic, and then bang. Okay, taken care of.
You don't take that risk with Gene Hunt.
Yeah. You don't play with Gene.
No.
No. A lot of it revolved around that. There was, the whole crime thing going on, but
in a police series.
I know, right? And they were all investigating, some guy who's in charge of all the burglaries in
Mr.
town.
Mason, according to Eddie.
Yeah, he didn't do it, but he swears up and down he didn't do it. He wasn't into it.
It wasn't him.
Sam has the idea that it's Harry Wolf.
It's the Willow. It's the Willow.
Yeah, which it does prove out to be. So yeah, I liked some of it. I didn't like all of it.
That's great. It'll please you to know I think we got the wife swapping one coming up next.
Jinkies.
Because you're a prevert and you're out to steal our precious bodily fluids.
No.
Oh, hold on a minute. A wife swapping one? I watched this with my wife. So, mental note, not to be watched with Angela. Okay, is this the next
watch it with Angela. Get out the wine, Guys.
What could possibly
exactly
go
get the bed
wrong?
disco playing.
Oh, very dear. I'm glad you sort of enjoyed that. Remind me, gentlemen, was there any more from Hyde?
There was.
No.
Sam actually called the number.
And what happened?
Right at the start.
And was still, don't call this number.
What do you think that means?
I don't care.
Brian.
Sorry.
Brian. Fuck you. Carefully crafted, wonderfully joyous television that delighted millions over here. Fuck you, Brian. Just fuck you.
Fine, I don't like network TV either.
He normally plays Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's more his thing. So yes, I think we have the wife swapping episode up next. It's episode 3. I could easily be wrong. Don't worry, might be a different one. But like I say, things are starting to move. Remember that hide number, because it will come back to haunt people. And I don't just mean now. That's going to go all the way through to the end of Ashes to Ashes. Okay. So 2.5 of us like that. Which, all right, if Dominic were here, it'd be hopefully be 3.5 of us like that. Which I think is probably the best score we can give for Life on Mars at the moment because of The American.
The American's bringing down the rating yet again.
Yeah. So that's it, really. A little bit. I'll chat to you on Tuesday. I don't know.
Bit and Dave do this brand new podcast called The Chat Shack, where they with a Scottish fella. He's insignificant.
I can't stand him.
He's horrible.
It's this awful heathen dialogue, mongrel dialogue. You know.
Yeah, exactly. They don't speak properly like what I do.
Yeah,
anyway.
quite so.
Where they review unusual episodes of programs which probably which are available through Amazon Prime, Netflix, and other avenues in BritBox.
I am determined to find an episode of Upstairs Downstairs for you to look at.
Elizabeth, don't listen. We're not doing Upstairs Downstairs.
Oh, come off it. It was one of the classics from the 70s.
Not unless there's one in terms of where Joan downstairs
one
encounters
suggestion.
a monster in the I don't know.
Buck Rogers, the space vampire.
Oh, yes.
Invoice in post, Lilibet. No, I think I shall recommend the episode of Upstairs Downstairs where the king visits. There you go.
King.
The king.
Elvis. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, that's
Upstairs,
exactly what we're
Downstairs?
looking for.
If you
I
know,
thought he was too fat.
if you know me in any way, shape, or form, mostly a bit blobby, you know I am a sucker for a comedy Elvis. Everybody I know hates the Meltdown episode of Red Dwarf with all the waxwork dummies. I adore it. I absolutely bloody adore it.
That's the one with Elvis and Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, Gandhi and
Gandhi.
Stan Laurel. I'm pretty sure that the answer is something to do with triangles.
It's always to do with triangles.
Oh, dear. I love a comedy Elvis. I'm a sucker for them. They turned up on Babylon 5 and I fell out of my chair. Which is about the only interesting thing to happen in episode.
If there's an Upstairs, Downstairs Elvis, comedy Elvis crossover, I've signed up for that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Radox, it's on BritBox. No, I don't think I've seen a Golden Girls episode.
That's a good one, too.
I don't remember that one.
I think I've just appalled everybody because I've never seen the Golden Girls.
Rachel.
Oh, I hear it is.
Where's the logo?
On a recent episode of Professor Dave's Ark in Space, they actually went back and reviewed some Golden Girls.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Brian. Just like I get the logo. I said that a lot of people's
Steal the
title
logo
sequence
and
was the
put it
best of
on.
all time. There was no logo. I'm just saying, all right? Okay. Only one person has the power to wield the logo. And did. So,
I think my
The
favorite Golden
sentences
Girls
died.
one was when they were going to the gym. They got suckered into going to the gym, and they looked like the mothers of the solid gold dancers going in. That's an exact quote, I believe.
the Golden Girls, all the gay discos would stop when it was being broadcast on Channel 4 and play the episode and then start again. It was hugely popular. Oh, God. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, a little bit. Yes. And people wearing spandex that had no business wearing
Wearing
spandex.
spandex.
that would be me then.
It's a right, not a privilege. Or it's a privilege, not a right. Reverse.
That's better. Get it right, man. Next thing, Trump will be turning up in spandex. There's that image for you tonight.
It's a tremendous fabric. I love this fabric. So luxurious.
Right, well, we're 2 weeks out from
fucking
the
do
election, the American election. I genuinely want to know your thoughts on who will win.
Biden has a considerable lead right now going into it in the final 2 weeks. I mean, he's leading Trump in double digits right now in key polling states, key swing states. He's very much ahead. Trump is seeming to be on a bent to offend everyone he possibly can.
I had noticed that.
And all the things he should be doing, he's doing the exact opposite. Hoping that
That's because he's not establishment.
Yeah, hoping that will bring people in. And he's railing about how bad things are in America. And when he's elected, he will fix them.
I know.
Problem is, he's the one running the country now.
But he blames Obama.
He still blames Obama. Obama hasn't been president for 4 years.
But they did that over here. We had Tory governments blaming bloody Blair and the Labour governments for things.
You know what? I blame Thatcher. There.
Yeah.
I completely
Elect
agree
me.
with you. I
Yeah,
totally agree with you. That woman destroyed British society simply because she didn't believe there was such a thing as society.
I'm just in what have you guys heard what happened Thursday night?
That wasn't a debate, was it?
Well, it
Oh, sorry.
wasn't. It
I
was.
just-
Well, I mean, you know, the two town
Yeah,
halls.
you had Biden on one channel answering questions cogently, at giving succinct answers, full answers, and you had Trump on the other. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Well, the thing of this is, the host kept catching him out, and he
Katie Couric skewered
hated
him.
it. But
Apparently,
afterwards,
they had Trump's people come out, and they were coaching him in during the commercials, and one of them was talking to Katie Couric. Not Katie Couric. I'm sorry, Savannah Guthrie.
all these women
So-
look the same to you, don't they?
No, it's NBC. I don't watch
No,
it that much.
I'll defend. I don't think so.
No, they don't. But Savannah Guthrie got a bit of a talking to from his aides, and then just went right back into it.
I just did a little
peek?
moment there. No, I was reading the chat, and anybody who knows Lilibeth is a lady.
She's
and
a
foremost.
lady, and she's restrained in how she talks.
Absolutely. It's a cult. I thought I read that out the corner of my eye, and she's talking about Trump. I thought she had something else written there.
No, it's
But it's
Lilibet.
called-
You can't go there.
There's no
I'm
end.
sorry, you
There's
can't
no
go
end.
there. I'm
Cult.
sorry, it's
Thank
Lilibet.
I was like, thank God for that. I was like, no.
Lilibet is not
Sorry,
Billy
I'm going to
Butcher.
drink.
Lilibet is not Billy Butcher
No,
from
very
the
much so.
boys.
I take it the second series is finished now, The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Watch it.
I have.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Started watching Discovery. Bloody enjoying that already. It's just a shame.
Waiting for Mandalorian coming up
I
this week.
still haven't seen the last 2 episodes of the first one. I lost interest.
Oh, please!
I'm not a great
seriously?
Star Wars fan.
You don't need to be. The final 2 episodes,
Applications for a reviewer for Life on Mars can be.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I enjoyed the ones I saw, but like I say, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Just watch the last episode.
No, I'd want to watch the last 2. All right, because
You have time.
Do you know? I think Radox might be right there.
You might be right. It might be Ivanka or Donnie Jr. And either way, oh dear God, what the hell have we become?
It's not just that. I mean, he's been going on about vote rigging and this, that, and the other, and the postal vote. And it's the Republicans in California who've put down illegal ballot collection boxes in the streets. When they got a cease and desist notice, they refused.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're completely lawless. We are hoping over here that you're going to get your Portillo moment when Mitch McConnell loses his seat.
I wouldn't mind Mitch McConnell finding out that, yes, he is next up for being made into chicken nuggets. Because every time I look at him, all I can think of is Wallace and Gromit, a chicken. The man looks like a chicken who's surprised that he's going to slaughter.
Are you telling me he could indeed be Chicken Boo?
He could be.
That politician's a chicken!
Next on QAnon, Mitch McConnell, Chicken Boo or not?
What about Tortoise?
He does look like a turtle too.
Yeah. Ooh, I think Last Week Tonight is back this week.
It's back Monday.
So we'll get to watch that tomorrow. Thank you, Eddie. That pleases me greatly because Christ knows what he's going to be talking about.
Why does he keep taking it off? They're off for a fortnight.
It's not him. You know, it's schedules. I should imagine it's just all schedules and who's doing what and this, that, and the other. And then because the sheer amount of research they have to do for each show, and then it has to be triple checked legally.
And they're working remotely as well, aren't they? So they've been really quite strict.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been the same this week with Letterman and Seth Meyers. They've not been on, and they just had a 2-week break. So, not Letterman. God, I'm showing my age. Colbert.
Colbert?
Kimmel's been going. I'm not a great one for Kimmel, but, you know, he'll do at a pinch. I did like his Breaking Bad Mickey take, which I thought that was, yeah, I can live with that.
I have to say apologies to Matt Damon. We're running a little long. We'll have to bump him to another show tonight.
What, to rescue him?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, well, look, our last thing I seem to remember crashed into the Sycorax ship. So it's going to be a while, love. Sorry about that. But do you like China? Just out of interest.
Yeah. We'll get to you. Don't worry.
Sorry, if you're going to say talk China, right? Can you say it in your Trump voice?
China.
That's it. Thank you. I can't do it.
Oh, and Spitting Image. Spitting Image is on as well. That's good.
There you
Yes.
How was the cough for you?
Not bad. Just
something
a little dry.
It was good. Yeah. It was all right. It was a good cough. A bit disappointed we didn't actually manage to make a barbershop trio of it.
Well, we can't make a quartet. I mean,
a trio, at least. I mean, he needs to work on his timing, quite frankly. Always have the phlegm ready, Eddie. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Right, next week.
It's fun with her. It's COVID with me. I mean, obviously.
I can't get COVID. I haven't been out of the flat for weeks.
I'm American. It's coming.
Though I am worried about when the carers start turning up.
Masks.
Well, they'll hopefully have PPE.
We will.
But it's different people, and they've been around God knows how many other people.
Wear your masks and have disinfectant.
The mask does not protect you. The mask protects other people.
So that's you. They have to wear their mask. You wear yours. And
Yep.
That's
If you're wearing your mask, you're doing it to protect others, not yourself. It's a selfless act, quite frankly.
I'm sure they will. They'll have strict guidance.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm just... It's sort of opening myself up to this thing a little bit. And if I get it, that's it, I'm dead. You can forget me. That reminds me, I've got to send you some instructions, Eddie. Look at his face. Oh, bless him. He does. Just say we're doomed right now.
Oh, we're all doomed.
Thank
I've been
you.
saying
That's
that for
good.
ages.
Eddie,
You had the eyes ready for it.
You may need a place to get some wooden stakes cheap. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Why not just use mythical meat?
What do you think I use? I mean,
As long as there's no dogs around, you're fine.
yeah.
So we've in our local supermarket we found something that kind of looked similar. So we
called
invested
pepperami.
and said, "Oh no, pepperami. It's a Hungarian sort of." It was disgusting.
No.
No.
I'll see what I can do about getting a new shipment out to you guys.
No,
Not me.
Don't be daft.
Not me.
Not you?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, but no. I need to somehow ship that up to Eddie. Right.
Yeah, it was like crack cocaine for my dog though as well. I think he's never been right since he started eating it.
You know.
I was about
First
to
is
say,
free.
I've got rid of all the shandy.
Oh, how'd you manage?
Congratulations.
Did you have the shandy bath? Did you have the shandy
No,
bath?
I didn't have the shandy bath.
Oh,
I don't have a bath.
Oh, okay.
But Stella took some last week. She took the rest of it this week. And Stephen, when he came round to pick up the air fryer, which I'd sold him a year ago, and he hadn't been round to pick it up, bless him. He took some as well. Now I just need to get rid of some cider. But young Thomas Banks is paying his monthly visit to me, bless him. He actually spends money out of his benefit to get a train ticket from Winchester to come and see me, see how I am.
he's a lad.
Oh, he's totally enthusiastic about Doctor Who, and there's no cynicism. It's just joy. And his mind is constantly running along the fictional archways and alleyways of the show. Absolutely amazing lad. A ray of sunshine. He really is. I'm looking forward to seeing him because, apart from anything else, I need to fob some cider off of him. Yeah. So we don't know if we're going to be doing the reactions at the moment. I'm afraid it's a case of how I feel on the day. Sorry. Sunday.
It's you. I was responsible for one not being able as well, so it's
Oh yeah,
like you said,
I mean,
real life interferes.
Real life comes first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why we
But by
don't have
hook or by
Dominic
crook,
tonight.
we try and make sure real life doesn't interfere with my Sundays because I love these sessions. So.
It's my favourite time of the week. I live for doing these shows with you guys. I really do.
Do you want some bad news? Well, you don't want bad news. That's a silly.
Can you
stupid
soften it with good
question.
news first?
Your cat's on your shoulder, and that's a lovely looking cat. What
That's
a beautiful
Odin.
cat that is.
This is not going to be
Odin's
good. I know
lovely.
it's not going to be good. Okay, go on.
No. It's about your. It's bad news for both of us. Our favourite Shandy Bass, they stopped making it in 2018, which is why
dear.
there was people on eBay selling it at absolutely extortionate prices. Which I love Shandy Bass, but I will not be paying 40 quid for a case of Shandy Bass, which is 2 years old. So
That's just.
The thing is, that's the problem I'm playing with at the moment. You see, I don't drink, but I'm. If anyone's read The House at Pooh Corner, there's a chapter where Tigger comes to live with them, and it's working out what Tigger likes to eat. And he goes around every animal trying what they normally have. Thistles for rabbits, for example. Honey for poo. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I got it into my head that, shandy would be the ideal refreshing thing. Because the other thing it's got to do is it's got to make sure I don't hurl. And I thought, great. We couldn't find shandy bass anyway, could we?
No.
So I ordered a couple of things off Sainsbury's, which were... And then Eddie sent me a complete crate of one of them, which, like I say, I finally got rid of today. Gave it away. And it's been the same with cider. The only place I've managed to get decent cider has been our local Premier shop. Unfortunately, I'll find the cider I like the following week. They won't have it. Just, you're just taking the piss now, quite frankly. The other problem is when I do get the wheelchair, I won't be able to go in there because there's no wheelchair access in that shop. Which is a shame.
Do they deliver? Are they part of Uber Eats or Just Eat? No.
Yeah, it's interesting week. So you'll find out next Sunday if I have a wheelchair, or if
positive thinking, you will have the wheelchair.
Positive thinking, you will have it,
but I will begrudge paying the £60. However, hopefully that is what's going to happen. Or if I've cancelled the wheelchair, demanded my money back, and have gone to Trading Standards. We're going to find out the answer to those questions and more next Sunday.
In next week's episode of Soap.
Soap. I loved Soap.
Wait, does that make me Benson?
Benson.
Benson on Soap.
Robert Guillaume. Ended up going into playing the same character, but in a program about a governor, and it was just called Benson.
It was a good show.
It was, it was. Was that
Totally
really aubergine right at the start of his career?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those again, I must profess.
They
Yes,
were good.
they would be problematic, I suspect. But in fairness, with Benson, no one gets away with it.
No.
Especially Chester, who Benson cannot stand. Oh dear. God, all those old sitcoms they used to play late night on BBC One or whatever. Yeah, Taxi.
Past 10 in ITV. That was
Taxi. And you could hear the flute music, the panpipe music, for the theme tune. Sounds of things I never saw, but have stuck in my head. It's. I remember they repeated Soap on Channel 4. That was quite fun, but it wasn't quite late.
From the makers of the Golden Girls, if I believe remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
We're waiting for Eddie to do some amazing Googling.
No, I think it is.
Okay.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Ooh, boys and girls, you've got a big finish to listen to for next week. Sing huzzah.
It's easy for you to say.
Huzzah.
No.
I don't believe any specific tune was given for it, so, that's as valid as anything, if I'm honest with you.
I will now be auditioning for the Portsmouth Symphonia.
Oh, bless them.
Please come back.
Seriously, my funeral, which I will insist Eddie is there for, when my casket goes in, it will be to the Portsmouth Symphonia playing Also Sprach Zarathustra. Because everyone else, they'll be trying to keep a straight face because it's a serious thing. He knows full well what's going on. He will be pissing himself off the floor.
Seriously, I don't have to have it playing. I can think about it. It sets me off. It's disgraceful. It's my Achilles heel I am a miserable Scotsman. I do not laugh, and I do not laugh uncontrollably. I need conditioning or something. I need to get it sorted. I just can't help it.
What's your ginger count at the moment?
Hmm?
What's your ginger count at the moment?
My ginger count?
Yeah, have you had the blood test? Could be a bit low. That's why you are laughing uncontrollably at something.
You're using pop reference ginger. I'm impressed, Siobhan. We don't call fizzy juice or pop in Scotland. It's a bottle of ginger. Well done.
No, I was referring to hair colour.
Oh, hair colour. Oh, take it back. Not impressed at all. Oh no, I don't have the ginger gene. My greedy son soaked all that one.
Didn't he just?
Yes.
I mean, on the trip down to Hooverville, you're going to have his head in the bag in case he bedazzles oncoming traffic.
It's probably good that he's in Scotland, because if he was in any place sunny, he'd just burst into flames.
Oh, that's very, very true. Yes.
It's a shame. The hint of ultraviolet light, and you just see the freckles just coming all over the place. It's a shame.
I mean, I burn well. I'm blonde or translucent. And I burn well, but not that badly.
Oh, it's a shame.
It's
my kind doesn't go out in the sun.
Do you know, it's the one thing I've never really understood? Well, there's a lot of things I've never really understood, but one of the things I've never really understood is why people take the piss out of gingers. Never got that for the life of me.
It was a bloody shame all the way through school and secondary school. It's a form of racism. It really is.
I will agree.
Yeah.
They're just jealous.
And
dislike of the unlike.
It's the whole thing around. It's just take it. It's just a joke. Just have it, laugh it off, and it's a difficult thing for it to do.
Guys, I'm back on the tea. Taste buds have
nice.
flipped. I'm on tea
Nice.
now, and this always was the podcast that likes a nice cup of tea. Yeah. Again, waiting
Indeed.
to see the reaction. That is not tea. Stop insulting
Long
me.
Island
Stop
iced tea.
It looks
insulting.
like it.
Stop insulting Eddie.
It looks close enough to it.
Scots people make excellent tea. I'm just saying. Stop insulting him. It's you're putting him down, and he's got enough problems being in Scotland. So, enough now.
I'm quite happy. I'm in Scotland.
Yeah. Please, can I move in with you?
Help. Move in. Come on.
7 cats, 1 dog. Angela will love it.
Yeah. If she existed.
If
I'm working
as we
on
say.
Canada.
If she existed.
Seriously, are you actually still working on that?
I don't know yet. I have it formulating. It's an exceedingly slow plan if I am.
Well, yeah, you can't rush something like that.
No, but it might be. It might not be.
Depends on the election, I suppose, and not
Oh,
just
dear
the
God,
outcome
yes.
of the election, but what happens afterwards.
It just happens to hang on the fact if they'll let us in.
Positive thinking, right? They cannot put that man in for another 4 years.
Oh, come
Surely.
off it, Eddie.
Oh, don't say that. They will say, "Hold my beer."
No.
Seriously, we said in 2016, there's no way in hell someone like that's going to become president.
So when's the next election after that?
4 years.
2024.
2024. Right?
Kamala
So
Harris
since you've approached
versus
Sean, Kim
whomever.
Kardashian, since it seems to be the Republicans like the reality
Kanye
TV stars.
West had expressed
There you
interest
go,
in
yeah.
running for this one.
To be fair, I am going to speak out for him. He suffers from bipolar, and a lot of the times he says things, he's going through an attack. Unfortunately, people
Yeah,
don't
but they actually
differentiate
had
that.
him filling out paperwork. Granted, some of the signatures on it were forged, and it was too late to get on the ballot in many states.
Okay, so that was Trump. What about signed his mother?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! I have to remember my mother. Oh,
Don't forget the Sharpies.
oh,
Large Sharpies.
yes, incredibly powerful Sharpies that can change the course of a hurricane. It's,
See, it just goes right up here.
How did they think they could just get away with that? How have they managed to get away
There
with
was
anything?
an article on CNN yesterday about how if he leaves office, January 21st for him is going to be incredibly interesting.
Well, he started to say he's going to leave the country. I can see
better.
one of the things I can see happening is if he does lose the election, he'll resign and Pence will pardon him.
That will only cover federal charges.
No, hold on. So
that
if
will
he
not
loses,
cover state.
If he loses, he's going to leave the country, right? Doesn't he have property in Scotland? No.
He's already got. In fact, I think I didn't read
Here's
the
the
story.
thing. We have an extradition treaty with England.
Yeah,
I got a
England.
feeling if he leaves the country, he's going someplace we can't get him back.
Russia.
It's called flight to avoid prosecution. Same
up-
thing Roman Polanski did.
He's upset people again up in Scotland about the golf course, but I can't
course.
remember what it was.
Because Trump screwing up golf courses in Scotland, what makes complete sense.
Do you not mean Vince McMahon, or am I getting them mixed up?
Shane
That's his
McMahon is
son.
Vince's
His
son.
son.
Ah, right.
Here comes the money. Ching ching, bling bling, dollar dollar.
Uh-huh.
Right, on that incredibly happy note, next week at 9 o'clock UK time and 4 p.m. America, hopefully because clocks are doing things.
October 31st is when we're doing it.
Right, you going forward an hour?
Um,
No, you go back
Fall
an hour, don't
back.
you? Yeah.
We go back.
We
in
go
there, so we
back
should
as
be fine.
well. So fingers crossed. I've had that come to bite me, I'll tell you that much. We'll be looking at the Happiness Patrol, the Blue and the Green, and the next, and episode 3 of series 2 of
Life on Mars.
thank you, yes, that thing.
I was just going to ask, were you a Neighbours fan back in the day, Siobhan?
Yes.
Yes, 'cause
My
when you
favourite
when you
quote
said that-
ever is, "You can hear the whole of human history in the sound of a cello." Do you know who said that?
From Harold Bishop.
Yeah.
There you go. Brilliant. That was just when you said the happiness control, you said it like you were the Neighbours, you went the happiness control. That way that goes all up.
Oh, yeah, that is a bit Australian, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
You know?
It
Sort
certainly
of
is.
sitting here and basically talking upwards.
It's
That's my Australian.
fantastic. But classic
Hello,
Neighbours.
Australia.
Love classic Neighbours.
Yeah, I mean, the world... I've always said that the world's gone completely and utterly wonky because Harold left Neighbours. You needed the stability of Harold Bishop in the world.
Yeah, you need to have somebody with his sensibilities. Harold and Marge, and I was a big Joe Mango fan. Well, how did we get to bloody Neighbours? Sorry, I'm going to shut
You!
up. Sorry.
You
Sorry.
heard the way I said something and went, "Do you like Neighbours?"
Brian, stop going on about Australian soap operas. Come on.
Okay.
Although, if anybody's looking for a good Australian soap, I was a big fan of Prisoner Cell Block H, and they've done a reboot of it, which is on Channel 5 in the UK called Wentworth. Bloody marvellous show.
I'm
Wentworth.
still living off a Farscape, okay? So
I'm watching upstairs, downstairs. Somewhere down the line, modern day television has failed us. Right, so, like we say, 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern, clocks willing. And hopefully Dominic will join us. We're looking at the Big Finish thing, which is called a thing called He Kills Me, He Kills Me Not, where we're going to be introduced to Brian the Ood. That's not going to reflect badly on somebody, is it? Yeah.
would you like a cup of tea?
Well, this Ood is an assassin.
Oh, good.
But so that's Time Lord Victorious. We got a lot to look at then this week.
By the way, your is
Hat.
that my Apple software? Oh, no, that's mine. What? Okay.
Hello,
The
Brian.
applesauce-
Are you all right there, love?
No, I'm having a stroke apparently.
Okay. Oh,
Smell
dear.
almonds.
I wonder if that's a thing. Right, come on, boys. Say goodbye.
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 Thank you all much for sitting here and putting up with me moaning. We will see you next Sunday. And again, this will be on YouTube. Oh, I think we've got the closing titles. Shall I play them?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah? All right, here we go then.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
What was that? Oh.